Well, Spider-Man's got himself in a whole heap of trouble here, folks. That's right. It's Venom time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for a review on the latest 1/6 scale figure to join my collection. This is Venom from Venom Let There Be Carnage, and he's a big one. I hope you enjoy this review, folks. Drop a like on the video for me, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333. This is the second time I'm seeing a Hot Toys Venom figure in person, but the first time I'm seeing it with a Tom Hardy head sculpt, kind of. I mean, it's half of his head sculpt there. But the first time I saw Venom was from the original movie Hot Toys release, and that was thanks to Mr. Larry Phillips, who offered to send along his Venom for me to do a review on. And I still appreciate that to this day, Larry. Thanks if you're watching, man. And now this is my own personal copy of Venom for the collection. And I just really kind of kept thinking about Venom because of my classic suit Spider-Man over here. He has Green Goblin to stand next to him, but I just thought this would look pretty cool on display, even though I don't really have any space for him. By the way, folks, I got this from a new place that I've discovered recently, and I want to recommend them to you. It's Toys Castle. They have a website, a store, where you can go buy your Hot Toys figures. They also have an Instagram page, so make sure you go ahead and follow Toys Castle on Instagram. I like their style, the way they've got the Instagram page set out, with just the simple images of the box with the nice kind of silky material that the box is on, and some pretty cool photography if you swipe as well. But they've been really nice to deal with, and I know I get asked that question a lot, where do I get my figures from? Usually for the last few years, because I haven't had anywhere to really go. I'm that familiar with when it comes to getting Hot Toys figures from Hong Kong. I've been getting them on eBay. You know, I just wait a little while and, you know, wait for them to be kind of readily available on there. But if you do want something early, then Toys Castle can get them for you, and I'll be keeping an eye out. I might get my Robert Pattinson Batman Hot Toys figure once that's released. I'd like to review it, and I'd like to see it and compare it to the rest of my Batman figures, so I'll probably grab it from Toys Castle. But give them a follow on Instagram, check out their website, nicely laid out, and from this first experience with them getting Venom, it was very pleasant. Now, I do remember when I reviewed Larry's Venom Hot Toys figure from the first movie, I remember as I was packing it up thinking, wow, I mean, this is something that I probably should get for my own collection at some point. But then, you got to be honest about it. I mean, the Spider-Man 2 game that we've recently seen gameplay footage of, I'm pretty sure Venom, you know, will be in the game and have the spider, kind of the white spider symbol on his chest, maybe? I hope so. But that means there'll be another Hot Toys Venom coming, so maybe he won't have these kind of veins that the movie version does. You might be into that. I like the detail of it. I always, you know, used to think about this after I had the chance to see one of these in person. I would often think when I was doing my top 10 figures at the moment in my collection videos, I'd think if I had Venom, he'd probably be in there. Just the one thing that bugs me though, and I gotta say, I was reminded of this, I did have to double check if the original version of the first movie also had the eyes like this, but the little mini Venom heads, the way the eyes don't match paint wise with the main head, I really don't like that. And I think this time around, considering it was the second attempt at the figure, they should have fixed that, and that just screams laziness and screw it, let's just release it again and not bother to fix that. That really, I wouldn't do that, man. That's another one of those times where if I was in charge of a company like that, there's no way this would be going out to people with the eyes still looking like that. I mean, it's fine, it's sharply painted, the teeth look a little bit sort of bland, the way it just doesn't really have much definition between the teeth, but it is a smaller head, but it is a high-end expensive piece. I just think the eyes should match. That cloudy, misty kind of look that the main head has is awesome looking, and these should look like that as well, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. you could always surprise me and come back in the comments and say, well, if you look in the movie, the eyes do look different on the smaller heads. I haven't noticed that, and I haven't gone off looking. For the pose here, I kind of like the way this smaller head is imitating what the boss head is doing. He's a bit more kind of easily influenced, trying to impress. And this one over here is a bit cooler, just kind of hovering there, just grinning, looking. But man, beautiful piece. The box, again, just like with the first version of Venom from that first movie by Hot Toys, the box is stunning. This one's really nice, man. Like, absolutely gorgeous. This is just the slip cover, and then underneath there's a whole other bunch of artwork that is just stunning. But this looks so almost 3D. Like, it looks so high quality, so real. Absolutely awesome. Shame I can't display it anywhere. I used to display me boxes with the figures, but not with this one. This one, even though I've got quite deep shelves, they're like 13 inches deep, but this is just too big a box to display, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and keep it in really good condition because it is stunning, folks. So this is everything he comes with. You've got those 3 little plugs for the back when you're not using his tentacle bits. You've got one big long curly tentacle there. They all bend and are very poseable. You've got 3 different interchangeable tongues. There's one in the mouth on the figure at the moment, and that really awesome just closed mouth grinning Venom head, which I'll be showing you later. That's really nice. And we have the spare hands, wrist pegs, and the long bar that he uses to fight Carnage. The same stuff that came with the first version, pretty much. Some of this might be different. There's a pretty cool looking extension for the hand there. There's also another kind of arm, tentacle, fingers on the end thing behind him. And then really nice base. The base from the first version had just the eyes, which was really cool. Don't mind this. It's quite a nice image. It's not too busy. And obviously the other head sculpt there with the Tom Hardy head showing. So nice base. Pretty cool accessories. Nothing's coming to mind that is missing really. Maybe some chickens. Alright, now we got a pretty cool pose with Venom holding on to Spidey here, and Spidey is in trouble. He's about to throw a punch. I don't know how that's going to go down, but I would be worried if I was Peter Parker right about now. I was very careful because of Venom's pointy nails not to stab into the Spider-Man suit too much, but I was just trying to get a good thumbnail for the review. But this is definitely a pretty cool pose. You see it a little bit more from the side here. Nothing's getting stressed out on the Venom figure. You could leave him like this long term, as long as you're careful with the Spidey suit, because I wouldn't trust those wrinkles that you see there. I'd want to straighten them out again and just put them in a straight up pose on the shelf. Just love that suit so much, the classic suit, man, it's beautiful. I definitely would have my eye on the new Sam Raimi one that they're bringing out though. That's my favourite movie one. Poor Spider-Man, laying defeated at the feet of the Venom, who stands above him, a very intimidating pose, saying, "That's what you get, Spider-Man." That's how you end up, on the desk, broken, defeated. Now we got Venom with the closed mouth on and took away the tendrils. Very standard, just straight up and down, but he's still absolutely awesome to look at. I mean, I really like the simplicity of the way he looks here. I'm gonna get him on the rotating base so you can just appreciate all the proportions. I've put the plugs in at the back to cover the holes that the tendrils plug into, but this is a really cool look for him. I just love the grin. I love the way they painted the eyes. Side profile here. I love the detail of the black symbiote kind of skin stretching over the corners of the sides of the mouth there. I just can't get enough of the way the eyes are done with that smoky effect. It's really nice. Transitions really well to the neck. It's a magnet holding the heads on, and it's a good strong magnet and does the job really well and allows you to put the head in any position you want, really. Look at the thickness and the way the light bounces off his skin. It's very cool. I mean, next we're going to take a nice good look at the Tom Hardy likeness head sculpt. Do love the way the teeth are sort of turning outward on the side there with the likeness. It's a really good likeness, by the way. Wasn't too impressed with it in other pictures, but seeing it in person, it really is good. I'll just get a look at the proportions here as he turns. This is definitely a very cool option for display, with half of Venom's face and half of Eddie's face. You get the best of both worlds. But as you can see, it's just awesome. An amazing sculpt. Very true to the film. Love the traps around the neck there. Just looks beast. And the likeness is strong. It's badass, man. I really like it. There's the plugs in. Cover the holes. You can't even really see them. And I really like this head sculpt. This is a really good angle. Got the lighting set up nice so you can really appreciate the detail of the paint. It just helps the likeness come through even stronger. I don't think there's any debating. That is a very good likeness to Mr. Hardy. And I really like that effect with the teeth spreading out around the mush. Looks pretty good from the low angle too. I'll show you that. I'm very pleased with that head sculpt. I didn't think I'd really give too much of a hoot about this one, but I think it might be my favorite. It's just very different, and even the way the symbiote is kind of dragging around his head there, like the ripples, you can see it kind of talking about the just above the temple area. I love the way that's kind of, it looks like it should, like liquid. Very, very good. If you've got the Venom from the first movie and you're not too fussed about this one, maybe try and track this head sculpt down on eBay, as it is worth it. I mean, look at that. This is one of them ones I just don't want to stop filming. Here's one of these cool accessories that you can replace the hands with, and that looks really cool, especially with the Eddie Brock head sculpt. Looking at the effect, kind of just looking at it and thinking, the potential. I mean, you could do all sorts of stuff with that, couldn't you? This is a cool accessory, and he looks really good with it. And the bend in the elbow was really good. I had it way closer to his head, I just couldn't really get the shot I wanted with the, the hand, well, in its current form, as close to the head as I did, but you can get it right up there. But then you couldn't really see the Eddie Brock sculpt so well. But whatever you do with it, it just looks awesome. Well, I like that accessory a lot. I like this, looks really strong when he's looking up as well. I mean, it does no matter what you do with it, but that looks particularly good. Still got the cool accessory on the arm there. Just the way the light bounces off it, man, it's beautiful. You don't even need that much lighting because it reflects off him so well. Alright, we'll take one last look at the head sculpt here with slightly different lighting. We've got most of the light coming from below and a little from behind. And I've also added in some red lighting too. Let's just see how that affects the sculpt here. Makes the teeth look really good. And the ripple effect in the symbiote skin. That is seriously cool. Very difficult to choose which head sculpt because obviously this one is awesome, but then again, this particular one there, absolutely love that one. And the grinning head sculpt. I love them all. They're all really, really good heads. It's going to be tricky, but you can change it up and switch them around, but I think this one is pretty special. Just take a close-up look at this open mouth sculpt with the interchangeable tongues. Basically this one just goes straight down, a little bit curly at the end, and the other two, one goes to the left, one goes to the right. Teeth are done really well, eyes are excellent, sculpt is perfection really, and the sculpt on the tongue, very detailed and wet looking. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, he's got his claw out, trying to scare you, like Venom's coming to get you. Absolutely love the way it looks from the side here as well, just amazing detail on it. I think I'm going to give you my final thoughts and a score out of 10, folks. Final thoughts are, this is an absolute masterpiece of a figure. I'm really happy he's here. The first one was amazing as well. They're equally as good, I think. I don't have them here side by side, but I remember being just as impressed by the first movie version by Hot Toys. But this head sculpt here with the likeness to Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock is absolutely phenomenal. I would, I'd seriously think about trying to pick up that head sculpt. It's really good. Love the closed mouth one with the grinning teeth. Let's see, score out of 10. He comes with pretty much everything I'd want for him. I love the box. The figure's basically perfection as far as I'm concerned. And you know, Hot Toys do upset me sometimes, but I've got to say, I think this is pretty much a 10 out of 10 figure. It's a no-brainer. If you don't have a Venom yet, then I would definitely recommend this one. However, like I said at the beginning of the video, obviously we'll probably get a Venom from the Spider-Man 2 game by Hot Toys, which should have a bit of a different look to this one. So maybe you can justify having both that way. If you're a big Venom fan, then you probably want to get both, but this one is excellent. So yeah, folks, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I've had a blast filming him, and I'll bring you more Venom stuff soon. Check out Toys Castle, great place to go to get your figures from my experience so far. And he got here nice and fast, no problems. I'm very happy with him. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.